Children thrive when their well-being is supported. When you think about children's well-being, you might picture a child or young person who's physically and mentally healthy, or who's doing well socially and emotionally. These things are important, but they're only part of what makes up well-being. What surrounds us, who engages us, and what happens to us creates our well-being. A helpful way to think of well-being is as a big umbrella with 6 essential parts. Each part of the umbrella is equally important and needs supporting for children and young people to thrive. Being healthy means our physical, mental, and emotional needs are met. This involves getting the healthcare we need, including regular checkups and attention to prevent problems before they happen, help to heal from harmful experiences, and support to grow healthy brains and bodies. It also means setting aside time to rest, relax, and recharge. Opportunities to participate are also important for our well-being. This includes being able to express ourselves and have a say in decisions that affect us, as well as being able to join in with activities we enjoy. Having a positive sense of identity and culture is essential for our well-being. This means having any spiritual needs met, feeling connected to culture, and having a sense of belonging at home and in community. We need to feel safe to express who we are, no matter our gender, sexuality, religion, culture, or language. Having basic things like a safe and suitable place to live, healthy food, clean water, enough money, appropriate clothing and fresh air is a big part of well-being too. And let's not forget access to transport and local services, along with being outdoors and in nature. We also need opportunities to learn and play in different places, like at home, school, and in the community. We need our family and the people around us to encourage our learning, play with us, and support our individual needs. Finally, we need responsive relationships with the people in our lives. This helps us to build our brains and our bodies. It means feeling valued and supported by the important adults in our life, as well as feeling safe in our homes, communities, online, and in our future. This includes feeling the environment, climate, and country are being cared for. Positive well-being helps in every part of our life, especially during tough times. It protects us from difficulties and allows us to keep going, even when navigating life's storms. Positive support in one aspect of well-being can strengthen other areas. But this also means if one part of our well-being is affected, problems can start to appear in other areas, making it difficult for us to thrive. Sometimes, even if we have great well-being, life's ups and downs still have an impact. Things are never perfect. There are always going to be rainy days and parts of our umbrella that are a little bit more worn. That's why we need the people around us, our family, friends, community, services, and systems to support us and help us through the tough times. When thinking about children and young people's well-being, we all have a role to play. By understanding and supporting the 6 areas of well-being, we will have the best chance to grow into thriving adults. Find out more about well-being today at www.aracy.org.au.
Brains aren't just born. The developing brain is constantly forming and reforming, and the experiences we have during infancy, childhood, and adolescence directly shape how our brains and bodies grow. A child's ecology, specifically nurturing relationships and safe, supportive environments, is the most important element in building a strong brain architecture. Research tells us there are many factors that contribute to brain building within the ecology of the whole child. But one thing is certain: a child's relationships are a key part of laying the foundations of a strong brain architecture. These positive relationships can have a powerful impact on the development of supportive neural pathways in the brain and the body. Through the important role you play in the lives of the children, parents and caregivers, families, and communities you work with, you can have a direct impact on how children's brains are built. You can help children and families to build resilience through the process of increasing and strengthening positive experiences and capabilities, and preventing and reducing negative experiences. And you can use the science of neuroplasticity to help children to create new stories and shape their futures, even if they've been through trauma and adversity. We all need to work together as a team of brain builders to support children's relationships, development, and well-being. No matter the kind of service you work in, you can identify actions that will support children's neurodevelopment and ensure children are visible at all levels of the system. A focus on building brain architecture early in life not only benefits infants, children, and adolescents in the short term, it creates a solid foundation for health outcomes later in life. Supporting child development, including the growing brain and body, also forms the basis of healthy communities and a productive, sustainable society. When it comes to building resilience, what surrounds us and happens to us shapes us. Safe, stable, and supportive family and community connections, responsive services, and safe, healthy environments allow children to build the skills they need to take opportunities and face life's challenges. We all have a role to play in ensuring children have these positive relationships and experiences so that they can thrive. The Nest, Australia's wellbeing framework for children and young people, shows us that children's wellbeing is made up of 6 connected domains: healthy, valued, loved, and safe; learning, identity and culture; material basics; and participating. The Nest framework helps us see what a child needs for well-being in themselves, at home, and in their community. This framework can also help us to understand how we can build children's resilience. Throughout life, we experience challenges and changes that can impact on our well-being. Resilience helps us adapt to difficult situations and find healthy ways to cope. Resilience is not fixed. It emerges from the experiences and supports we receive and the skills we learn over time. One way to think of a child's resilience is as a scale, where positive and negative experiences, skills and abilities, supportive systems and environments influence a child's capacity for resilience. At one end of the scale are positive experiences, including safe, stable, and supportive relationships and environments. When children experience these kinds of supportive relationships and environments, they form a strong brain foundation, which allows them to develop the coping skills that enable them to believe, "I know that good things happen too, and that this bad time won't last forever." Negative experiences and adversities are represented at the other end of the scale. These negative experiences and sources of toxic stress can undermine our brain architecture and leave a child vulnerable to long-term physical and mental health issues and other challenges. The starting position of the base is underpinned by a child's genetics and environment and can be understood as our initial capacity for resilience. The starting positions of children's bases vary, which means that different children will respond to their environments in different ways. This starting position is not fixed. It can move over time through experiences and environmental changes, like when the child, adults, and community learn how to best support the child and family. By enabling children to build skills and abilities across time, we can shift the base towards a more resilient position. A child's family and circumstances influence their well-being in powerful and long-lasting ways. Children and families also need a supportive community around them to help them thrive. Support may come from their neighbourhood, clubs, school, through connection to community and culture, and from services and systems they interact with. The places where children live, learn and play are also key. For example, healthy environments, stable housing, and responsive systems all support children's well-being and resilience. When children are supported to work through stress and challenges, they can develop the skills and abilities to improve their resilience over time. In this way, stress can be a healthy part of development. Without support, adversities can become toxic, particularly when they are multiple, prolonged, and are not buffered by safe, stable relationships. This can tip a child's scale towards a negative outcome and shift their base, making it harder for them to cope with life's obstacles. And without help to make meaning of these experiences, children can start to feel hopeless and blame themselves for what's happened, which can also lead to changes in their behaviour. Having access to professionals and services that are trauma-informed and developmentally aware helps to protect and buffer children from the impact of adverse experiences. They can help children to question and challenge negative self-beliefs and provide them with the supports they need to strengthen and build their resilience. The Nest Wellbeing Framework can help us think about the different positive and adverse experiences that a child may have and the environments around them, and identify opportunities for support. For example, a positive experience in the healthy domain might be a child having access to safe outdoor spaces to play or participate in sports they enjoy. Having a family member who has a chronic health condition may be experienced as an adversity. When a challenge occurs, having a local community health team may be a support. As another example, an important part of the participating domain is that children feel heard. A positive experience may be access to an adult in the child's life who makes time to listen and encourages them to express themselves. An adversity might be not feeling heard. For example, if there's conflict within their family or challenges at school. Having skills and opportunities to share how they're feeling can support a child's resilience in this domain. When a child's family has material basics, secure work, nutritious food, appropriate clothing, and safe housing, it adds to their positive experiences. Changes in this domain, like housing stress or financial strain, can become a negative experience and tip the child's scale. We all play an important part in supporting children's resilience by providing them with positive experiences and environments. When families, professionals, communities, and decision makers come together to promote children's development and well-being, we can nurture happier, healthier, and more resilient children and families now and in the future.